Yeah, we could mention Rapido.
The Rosa Sheffield James Gin. Pork scratching wagons. I still want...
Who started recording?
Who do you think? I've got the clicker, you div.
Oh, yeah, that would explain. God, this video is going to be like about 75% of this is going to be the bloopers reel, and then we'll just have like 5 minutes at the beginning that's us actually talking.
Right.
Hornby Beetles. You either love them or you hate them. Everyone in the model railway community has probably seen these wonderful wagons online before. They are, well, obviously selling well as Hornby continue to produce them, but fans of model railways have criticised them for being based on a very old chassis and old bodywork with no modern functions like sprung buffers. However, it is not only Hornby who are producing these branded wagons. Other manufacturers have jumped onto the trend, and today we will be looking at them and seeing, well, basically, what's best, what's worse, and is this trend worth it? Okay, you pause and you can go to the next scene now.
Thunderbolt!
I'm Billy, and today I'm here with the Somerset division of Okehampton Model Railway Club. Here is Drogan, and here is Corey. So, Corey, you're a Beatles fan. What do you think of this?
Well, personally, it's not a good album, for starters, but that could be controversial. I don't like them because they're just not based on anything prototypical, and I'm very much a rivet counter. They're sort of just the stocking filler of my Christmas presents, because my mum tries to get me them every year. And it's all a different album half the time. And quite frankly, I think some of the album choices that they've done, even though they've done most of them, have not been that good, because everyone prefers certain Beatles albums, so it's eras, and a lot of them are based on the 1967 to 1968 period, which is like this wagon here, which is Rubber Soul, which had some good songs in it, but wasn't very good. Don't kill me, Beatles fans. But the wagon itself is an old tooling, and I'm pretty sure I've got a Reindeer Express in the same tooling somewhere. They're just plastic, fiddly, based off a British Rail wagon, I think, from the 70s. But they're not very good. And I think if the design was miles better, and perhaps maybe looked a lot more realistic, I think Beatles fans would be more happy to buy half the Beatles range.
Well, I know you're not just a Beatles fan, you're also a fan of Only Fools and Horses. It may not have sprung buffers. What would you think of this tooling here with Beatles branding?
I think maybe that would be good, but nothing will beat a good old Trotter's Independent Fit wagon. Every time I run it on an exhibition or to where I run my model trains to public, every time I've got it in like a freight rake, they go, "Oh, that's so good," because something like this has a legacy. Trotter's Independent Traders has a legacy, and the paint scheme is very iconic. With Only Fools and Horses, there's a lot more. It's a nation's classic, so everyone's interested in it. And it's very much a nice wagon touring, really. A ventilated southern region banana van, basically. Could be wrong. Feel free to mess me up in the comments. But yes.
They also do a Peckham Springwater TTA wagon, which I have at home. And my favourite thing to do with them is put them in a rake with my Acura Scale 5021 Rodney.
Yes, because Dave and Rodney.
Yeah, Dave. My name's not Dave.
It's Rodney.
Did you ever meet my nan?
Well, only at her funeral.
So you were at her funeral, weren't you, Dave?
Trig, why'd you call me Dave? My name's not Dave. My name's Rodney.
I thought it was Dave.
No, it's Rodney.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. I've looked it up on my birth certificate and my passport and everything. It is definitely Rodney.
Oh, well, you live and learn. So what's Dave, a nickname, like?
Anyway, music and culture and media aren't the only... Right now, I think that's... Actually, yes. The only things we have here are media, adverts, TV, music, TV again, movie again. No, I bungled that one. Oh, well, we can edit that out.
So obviously, branded railway related stuff like the Beatles wagons, the Thomas range, they're all quite iconic. The Titfield Thunderbolt, that's remembered by the older generation and die-hard Steam fans when it's played at Christmas. The Hornby Police 37, that's from the old Intercity 125 ad.
When was the last time you made a long business trip and your train had to stop for breakfast? Stop for you to do some work? Or stop to spend a penny? When did you last see a train with a puncture? Or a train get nicked for speeding? And who's ever heard of a train jam? See your dealer about an Intercity 125. Much quicker, we think, than your 1.6 or 2.3 or 2. Intercity. We're getting there.
That I'm sure many people will remember. I certainly watch it still on YouTube because I was never around when it first came out. But yeah, I think that as well as being quite iconic, and obviously in some cases like the Thomas range, appealing to different people who may not get into model railways otherwise.
I just got this Thomas and Bertie set for my birthday.
Then I got the Intercity 225 for Christmas. And then?
Then I got serious.
The average railway modeller can use them for their own purposes.
For example, throwing them down the stairs.
He could.
How could you do that to my model?
Funny.
It's alright, it's still in two pieces.
Okay.
Or three.
2 or 3, yeah. But I think specifically with Hornby's Coca-Cola range and the Beatles, you could repaint them. So Hornby's 121 in Coca-Cola livery, that could easily be repainted, you know. You could even use it yourself for a bit of weathering. Try weathering if you've never done it before. I can see Keith getting ready with the angle grinder.
Other than Hornby, there are some other manufacturers that's had their dab hand at doing themed branded packs and wagons. Like my friend here, Drogan, just points out with the Titfield Thunderbolt and all that stuff. Whereas I think other than other companies, Rapido have got it in the bag for this one. Because not only can they actually do something ultra realistic like this pack, which is absolutely wonderful, it's very good for the artwork. There's a whole book in it, and of course Rapido's soon to be released Ivor the Engine Pack, which obviously I've got.
I've got that on DVD.
I saw it at the, that one Snowdon Mountain Railway. That big cinema in the station, they played it on.
But yes, even Accurascale, not directly by all means because licensing, have even touched upon doing themed licensing with their Accurascale pannier, this one right here, which, if you can see, is 5741, and for any die-hard Thomas fan, they know that that is Duck's number in the Railway series.
I thought he was 8.
That's in the TV series.
Same thing.
No, there's a complete difference. And obviously, Bachmann have touched upon it with this here, which is a Bachmann Toad, and what I don't have up here is my Bachmann Thomas.
It's downstairs, but you can't be bothered to go pick it up.
Probably because it's in a scuffed state. That's
Fair enough. The face is upside down.
Yeah, that's also just my prop Thomas, practically. Obviously, we've got full range. We've also got like celebrities with their James Gin wagon. Is that done by Dapol?
Yeah, that's done. No, that's Rails of Sheffield. It's a Dapol wagon. Then Rails of Sheffield are releasing it. There's the pork scratching wagon as well.
Ooh,
So you get
wow.
like, what was it, a bag of pork scratchings
Quite
with
seems
a
like a
wagon.
good deal. I do like a good pork scratch.
I do enjoy.
Isn't
some
it
pork
Apple who are
scratch.
doing customisable wagons as
No,
well?
it's Rapido. This is
Rapido.
where I was going to get onto next. Thank you for leading me in. So Rapido have also been able to make you do custom wagons now for a relatively low price. I do think they're very good quality, which means now that you, instead of getting just certain brands like Thomas or Titfield or Ivor, you can get your own custom wagon with these places on the side, like the one I've ordered, which is Farquhar Quarry, which is obviously the quarry at the end of Thomas's branch line. And I don't know if there's any other brands that people have touched upon. Do you know of any others, guys?
There's probably some continental stuff, like... I know there's Polar America in the States, you will have various Polar Expresses.
I was going to say Polar Express, that's the one that's probably touched upon.
That's a big one because that's what most people will probably watch at Christmas as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not the 1953 Ealing film. Of course, unfortunately with some of these things on this table, like the Hornby Thomas, right here, Hornby have stopped doing the Thomas range due to Bachmann basically taking over any Bachmann cells in the Thomas cells in the UK. Which means these are very, very hard to come by these days, and I don't want you to go throwing it down the stairs.
Oh.
But other than that, I think that companies now should look at doing movie packs, because there's trains in near enough every movie I've watched, but that's because I'm an enthusiast.
Back to the Future, that could be a good one.
I think Back in America have done Back to the
Have they?
Future. Yeah, 'cause I
reckon you could do a car that works on the track.
I
as
think
well.
you can get a DeLorean that works on rails.
Oh.
Obviously, I think that manufacturers is a good way to get people started into the hobby with branded packs, not just for the Little Blue Tank Engine, but something that they've seen on TV. Happily, I think wasn't there Chuggington models at one point, or proposed Chuggington models back from the day?
There was Underground Ernie models.
Oh yes, Underground Ernie, that's a good one. Yes, there was Underground Ernie, which obviously is another entry point for young people to get into the hobby. Yes, and I do believe that they should start doing a lot more movies and TV shows.
So, you've heard our views. Now, what do you think? What would you like to see as a what-if branded model railway item? Leave your answers in the comments down below. Me, for one, I would like to see a Flying Scotsman with the Beatles on the tender and the chimney replaced with a bottle of Coca-Cola.
Hornby job application coming your way.
Stop. What was it? Design management.
Design, yeah.
That would definitely work well.
I reckon that'd fly off the shelves almost as much as the previous Beatles train pack.
Something I don't agree with, the fact that they've done the Thomas model into Beatles. That I do not agree with. Or the E2 model. But yes, I think maybe some other, there's a train in Ghostbusters 2. That would be a good what if. Like a ghost train based on the train that went through.
Probably in one of the tunnels above us.
I don't know. Sounds awfully close to me.
I think that was the old New York Central, City of Albany. Derailed in 1920, killed hundreds of people. Did you catch the number on the locomotive?
Ghostbusters 2. It's very niche though. Any others, guys?
There's that movie Train Spotting. Does that have a train in it? They could do that. I reckon that'd so well.
I feel like you should know what that...
It's not actually about trains, so I never bothered watching it.
There is a train in Train Spotting.
Like, David says there is a train, they can do that.
It's only like a 2-car DMU. They go to this random station in the middle of nowhere in Scotland.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm sure they'll be able to produce a 2-car DMU. Tooling's already out there. Just give it the right livery and numbers. Bam, you're on for a winner. And that would have appeal to non-movie enthusiasts as well, because it can just be a new running number for a standard BR DMU.
I reckon it doesn't even have to be in 00. So if the point, I reckon the point mainly of branded things is to get people into the railways.
Hornby could do it.
Obviously, Hornby have the play trains range, so we wouldn't have to do Thomas in 00. They could do it in the play trains range, which would be perfect for, I'd say, younger people, like 3-year-olds or like children, putting it politely, who probably don't have the most careful grip. I know when I was 3, I don't really think a detail was my main thing. So obviously with Hornby having like, I can't bloody hell. Yeah, so the cab, there's a bit of cab detail in this model. I get that's part of the tooling that Hornby have done, but I think if they were to put it in the play trains range, they could skip out on a bit of detail, just go for like quality really, and as long as it's affordable for people, then, and looks alright to the children as well, then you could get more people into the hobby. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Hornby. Obviously other companies can do it as well. I'm just saying Hornby can do it because they've already got the play trains range in place.
I do believe there is a Hogwarts Express coming to play trains, and also there is the potential for branded products in TT120, as Hornby are very keen to push TT120, yet we're yet to see any Beatles or Coca-Cola stuff like they pop out in 00 in TT120, despite their push to popularise the brand. And if they produce some lower, well, I mean, they've already started with the little Southern tank engine, making cheaper stuff for TT120, but they could make some branded stuff in the cheap TT120 railroad style stuff, and then that could be a halfway for people who are struggling to get into the new scale and increase sales and potential of layouts in the future.
Yeah, because it's not just about modelers. Some of these are probably for collectors. So as long as there's an extra revenue coming in from collectors, then I think that will help businesses survive. Especially if they don't buy it directly from Hornby, they buy it from a local shop, then that will help not only Hornby, but the local shop as well. Or, I keep on going about Hornby, but I don't mean just Hornby. I mean different manufacturers who do this sort of thing.
On the topic of collector's Drogan, on the table there, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, that Thomas on that side of the table is a 1980s clockwork Thomas, which obviously is very valuable today.
Shall I chuck it down the stairs?
Let's not. Obviously, I don't have the key for it anymore. I don't know. I didn't buy it with a key, mind you. I bought it in a charity shop. Probably not knowing its worth. I think it's only £2. But I think stuff like that also they should bring back. Yeah. Clockwork. That'd be interesting.
What about tin plate? Tin plate O gauge.
I think that's a whole new video.
We're getting a bit distracted.
Now what? We'll go for a walk. What? A walk. Where? There. Are you serious?
Thank you very much for watching Okehampton Model Railway Club. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a follow and leave a like on this video, and also, if you have any video ideas, give us a comment. Say what you want to say.
Or likewise, as we said earlier, if you've got any ideas for what could be done with like themed wagons and train packs, you can also leave that in the comments.
That would be goodbye from the Somerset Division.
And a goodbye from Cornwall.
See you all later.
Bye.